High electricity bills. How do we take care of the high electricity bills? What can we do? Well, I'm going to share with you today some of the things that we do at Kalka Plumbing, Heating, and Air Conditioning in our business to lower our utility costs, and also the ideas that I share with my customers and how to reduce their utility costs. So stay with us. I know sometimes you want to just tear these things up, but we're going to share some options or some solutions for you to take care of your high energy costs. Welcome back. I'm Kevin with Kalka Plumbing, Heating, and Air Conditioning. So there are many places we could be leaking energy. And I'm going to start with the envelope, the outside of the building, and then we're going to work our way in to what's probably the biggest culprit of energy wasting. So what is the envelope? The envelope is basically the perimeter, the outside perimeter of your home. So perimeter walls, the roof, your windows, and your doors. This is where energy comes in and goes out. And so we're going to drill that down a little bit right now and briefly talk about some of those options. So you all know there's new dual pane windows to replace the old single pane aluminum windows. Those are a great place to start. Then you have the doors, of course, bad seals and doors that again are very inefficient, and those can be replaced, and that helps with the envelope. And then sometimes you can have a roof that gets very, very hot as well. And then, once we've dealt with the exterior of the home, then we go on to the inside. And the next place to look would be the attic. So on the inside of the house, what's going on? Well, we look into the attic and there's a lot of heat getting in there. And that's why we insulate our attics. That's a barrier to keep the heat in or the cool in and keep the cool or the heat out. And so that may be an area that you might want to look at, and we can help you with that as well. But let's talk about the monster of all consumption of energy, and that's our air conditioner and our heating and cooling system. So oftentimes we think about technology and the things that are taking place in there in the house, and the appliances. You've seen all the major changes, and there's been significant changes in air conditioning, so much so that even if you've had one replaced in the last 5 years, you might want to have it take a look at that, because we could save you a lot of energy in certain areas, specifically in the ductwork. A lot of people go out and they buy new furnaces and air conditioners, and they never had their ductwork looked at. But the EPA says that more than 30% of the energy is lost in our ductwork. Well, what can we do about that? Well, we can very simply replace that ductwork. It's most of it is accessible, and that's where the energy is being lost. It's you have all this old tape that was used to seal this ductwork, and the insulation was very, very thin on this ductwork, or even non-existent. And the new ductwork, the barrier is at least twice as thick as the older barrier. And this was mandated in California about 5 years ago to have this ductwork tested for leaks. And if the ductwork doesn't pass the test, you have to either seal it or replace it. And so this is a lot of bang for your buck, and it's a lot less costly than a full heating and air conditioning system. So that's a place I would start if I was looking for a simple solution to reduce my utility bills. So inside the envelope, there's some things anybody can do, which is the low-hanging fruit, the light bulb. Take out the old light bulbs, go down and get yourself some LED light bulbs, put those in, and you're gonna reduce your electricity bill by a good bunch. That's a great place to start. We can all do that and do our part. So we know technology has changed a lot in every aspect of our lives. And one of the biggest advancements has recently taken place in the air conditioners and in the furnaces. So what we have now are high efficient motors that are super quiet. So those air conditioners that make a lot of noise, they don't make that much noise anymore. And they consume a lot less electricity. Even if it's only several years old, you could be saving a bundle as much as 50% on your consumption of utility with those two appliances, the furnace and the air conditioner. The air conditioner has a SEER rating, SEER, and the minimum mandatory, what that stands for is Seasonal Energy Efficiency Rating. That's the way they measure consumption of energy on your air conditioner. Well, that rating has stayed pretty much in the 16, 17, 18 SEER range for some time. Now we have systems up in the 25 SEER range. And these units are so smart, they communicate with each other on the inside. So your furnace is talking to your air conditioner, and air conditioner is talking to your furnace. They know what the temperature is outside, they know humidity levels outside, and they make all these adjustments now that they didn't make before. So your comfort level in the house is changing dramatically. So is your energy cost by putting one of these new systems in. So, let's say you have a 5-ton air conditioner. That's the biggest residential air conditioner you can have. Well, that air conditioner can run at less than a ton of air conditioning. In other words, it can reduce itself to the load. And what happens when a product, instead of having one on speed, it has 60 speeds that it can go up and down based on the required need. So it adjusts to the level of need, that is the outdoor temperature and the indoor temperature. They're communicating with each other now. These communicating systems are awesome. I have one in my home, I love it. I just let it run 24/7, and my utility bill is next to nothing now. So if you're interested in having one of these products in your home, the information's in front of you. Give us a call. Love to talk to you. I'm Kevin with Kalka Plumbing, Heating, and Air Conditioning.